gentlemen, may I have your attention?
Reporting live from the Emerald City of Greenbelt, Maryland, we bring you news, politics, sports, pop culture, and good music with thought-provoking conversation, all in 30 minutes or less. So here is the man behind the platinum mic, your host, Rick G.
What's going on, family? It's your man on the platinum mic, your host, Rick G here, 30 minutes or less. Back here at the table for another thought-provoking conversation. I'm here with my co-host, the funny man, the truth teller, James Cooper. What's going on, Coop?
Ain't nothing, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. It's Friday night, man. It's a lot to cover, man. A lot has gone, a lot has happened, man. We're just going to jump right into it, man. I mean, this craziness with Baltimore, man. It's been in the news. The city of Baltimore has been, all over the place to the point where Governor Larry Hogan has been on every talk show on Seth Meyers and all different shows just because Baltimore has been in this light. All because, if you do not know, for those who don't know, the president tweeted last Saturday from his toilet, probably.
You know, we got to work that Big Mac out.
Yeah, about the city of Baltimore and about his issues with Congressman Elijah Cummings, because he was mad all because of Congressman Cummings spoke out against the conditions at the southern border and about the kids in their own feces. And if you have not seen it, I suggest you go on YouTube and look it up. A very powerful statement, and you can see where he was very passionate, and Congressman Cummings got really upset because the conditions that nobody should be in. So your celebrity in chief,
Much goddamn man,
your racist in chief, decided to tweet talking about how his district is rat infested, roach infested, crime infested, and he's horrible and he's terrible and it's the worst district in the United States. And again, Donald doing what he does. He goes on tantrums
all the time,
and he gets upset and he shoots first without thinking about it. Have no idea what he sees. He gets upset. He's like a little kid. Little kids do that. They react. Kids are very reactive. They don't think because they haven't not grown. Their brain hasn't developed in order to think, okay, I shouldn't say this because it'll be wrong. Which has proven again that Trump has the size of a brain of maybe a 10-year-old. He hasn't developed, his brain hasn't fully developed yet to know, okay, there's certain things you should not say. But either way, he went on to talk about Baltimore and about how the rats and things there, without even mentioning the fact that his son-in-law owns a lot of those rat infested and roach infested, dilapidated properties there in Baltimore, to the point where Jared Kushner was fined by Baltimore County for having negligent properties there. It's crazy, man. I mean,
wow.
You're going to sit there and talk about a place, but your son-in-law has properties and interests there again, getting money out of both hands because he's getting money working with Trump with his father-in-law, and then I almost know for certain he's writing some of those properties off as Section 8, so he's going to get a check from the government for setting aside Section 8 apartments. They think they slick, man. I swear, they think they are slick. They're just trying to find more ways to get money without having to really work for it.
And I don't get his supporters. They have to see it and just don't care. I mean, if you're that blind, then I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man. The thing with these Trumpers, man,
it's like a cult.
It is. It's literally Jim Jones on steroids.
Dude.
This is the People's Temple 2019.
That's all it is.
It's crazy. It's to the point where these folk they would jump in front of a moving train to protect this man.
For what reason, though?
What
did they get? I mean, he told all these coal miners he was going to bring all their jobs back.
Yep.
Ain't brought none of them back.
Yeah.
Ain't brought none of them back, but they still shouting his name.
Yeah.
They still shouting his name. He ain't done nothing for them. All these plants that weren't going to lay anybody off, now they done laid people off. They moving stuff out of the country. And guess what? these cats still shouting his name.
Yeah, and you know, I literally was talking to a Trumper, a college mate of mine that, you know, we went to school together, and we got into an exchange on Instagram, and I told him, you know, man, you have a lot of energy for a man that will not, guarantee will not have that same energy for you at all. He will not. Donald Trump will not have that same energy. All these black folks that go out and kowtow and tap dance, you know what I'm saying, from the Curves and Nards, you know what I'm saying, the Diamonds and Silks, the Candace Owenses, the Bob Smokes, to the Phil Bells.
Don't forget the amazing Lucas. Lucas.
Yeah, the amazing Lucases, the Timothy Bostons, all those who shuck and jive and tap dance for this person.
How much goddamn mayonnaise?
Are just it's sad, man. It's really sad. It's really sad. And again, like we said in the last show, they tell us we have Trump derangement syndrome. It's still funny to me, man. We have Trump derangement syndrome because we can see the racist BS through this president.
We can see all the BS, not just the racist BS, but all of it. Yeah. I mean, you can look and see the criminal right there. He's telling you out front he's a criminal. He says it.
Yep. Yeah, man.
He says, hey, listen, the law says I can do this. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do it this way too. I mean, he just keeps going back and forth. He does. He circumvents the law. He knows he's not supposed to be taking money as the president from foreign countries and stuff like that. But he's still doing it, and then Congress won't do anything about it. They won't say anything about it. They let him keep doing it. What's up with that?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And the thing about it too that gets me with this person, I refuse. I'm trying my hardest not to say the P word. I'm really not, because he has not done anything to call himself, for me to call him anyway, a president. So I try to steer from that P word with him as much as possible. But this individual, who happens to occupy 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the Oval Office, the White House, you know, the thing that scares me about him, you know, I really feel this. If by some chance, by some act of God, this man's win re-election, he's not going to leave. Because if he knows that is the only thing keeping him out of prison, is being in the White House, because they say, okay, we can't indict the president. I mean, there's no rule saying you can't.
Nah.
It's not a precedent for it. And we almost saw it in the 70s with Nixon.
Yeah.
But Richard Nixon resigned.
Because he knew it was coming.
He saw it coming. He saw it right on the wall. You know, he knew better just to go ahead and leave that. And then, obviously, you know, you had Gerald Ford went ahead and gave him a full pardon. So, you know, in my opinion, I feel that was the deal that was made. You know, you resign, I'll pardon you.
All right. You know, and listen, I'm fine with that. He's still a criminal.
Yeah.
He's still a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was pardoned don't mean he ain't a criminal. Just means he was forgiven for his crime. Yeah,
that's the thing with it, you know. But see,
but
Donald,
Trump, he, just like you said, he's not going to leave office.
No.
Okay, if he doesn't get reelected, he's not going to leave office.
Oh yeah, he's going to be removed.
He's going to declare national emergency, martial law, whatever he needs. Because I believe, what is it? You can declare martial law.
Yeah.
And then all the election stuff just stops.
Yeah, you can declare that.
And he can stay in office for as long as he need to, or as long as he want to.
Extend his time, you know, until he can figure out how he can scapegoat. Because I almost guarantee if he does leave, literally the next day, he is going to Russia. He is going to Russia. He is going where they do not have extradition laws. Where he cannot be extradited back to the United States.
That's why he's trying to get that Trump Tower built.
Exactly. He's trying to get his spot set up and built in Russia, because he's going to get on that plane of his and fly to Russia and live there the rest of his life.
Listen, this is how we know it's going to happen. If Jared Kushner and Ivanka, if they leave the country and you hear them say they got a house in Russia, you know what's going down. They already there.
Oh yeah,
setting it up.
The whole family is going to be on the run. They are going to leave this country. They are trying to avoid prison. You know, and especially Donnie. He ain't gonna do it. That man ain't built for prison.
Nah,
he not built for it.
Nah.
And even though we all know that he's gonna be in a country club, you know, he probably get the open cell. You know, it's not gonna be a real prison. We know that much.
I don't know. He get tried in New York. They might.
Yeah, but you know what? I would love to see him in general lockup.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh! I would love to see that. To see Trump in general lockup. Oh my gosh, I would go to prison just to go see that. if he went to general lockup, I will go rob a bank just so I can get caught.
Oh shit!
And make sure I went up in the same. I don't care if it's Rikers. I will go to Rikers to watch this whole thing unfold because it is going to be must-see TV in jail.
Hey, listen. You going a little too far. I ain't taking my ass to jail. Fuck that. I ain't taking my ass to jail. Fuck that. I know. Just give me the play-by-play. That's all I need. I don't need to see it. I don't need to be there to witness it.
No, it's crazy,
you
man.
You carry your ass to jail. I'm gonna stay on the outside.
I know it's wild, man. It's crazy. All those people defending him, man. Then then you have, folks like Ben Carson. The Secretary of HUD. And little side note with Ben Carson, okay? So when they told him that he should be the Surgeon General, and he said, no, I'm not qualified to do that. So you ran for president. I'm confused. You were qualified for the higher job, but you took the job of HUD Secretary, which he is doing a horrible job in. To the point, I don't know if you saw last night, it was on Stephen Colbert, and they were asking questions of the candidates, different Democrat candidates, and making a little joke, and they got to Julian Castro, and he says, somebody asked him, said, what do you think of the person doing the job now? Because folks, if you don't know, Julian Castro was a former Secretary of HUD prior to Ben Carson, and they asked him, what do you think of the person doing the job? And then Julian said, no one's doing the job now. And the person said, well, it's Ben Carson. He said, exactly. It was hilarious, man. It was too funny. It was too funny, man. But Ben Carson had a little incident this week where he actually spoke out in front of a church building in Baltimore, and they kicked him off the property.
For real?
Yeah, they booted him off. He got removed off the property.
I didn't hear about that.
And I tell you, man, these folks, they will make themselves look like a fool for this president. I said the P word again. That guy, man, it's crazy, man. These folks, they will make themselves look like fools and idiots, man. They'll tap dance, shuck and jive, whatever they can do to please this man and to please his followers. And it's like when you want to be near the cool kids, you do stuff to make yourself popular. It's almost like that, and it's sad. It's really, really sad, man.
I don't get it.
I don't at all, man. I do not at all. It's crazy.
That sounds deranged to me.
Yeah, that is true Trump derangement syndrome. That really is the real Trump derangement syndrome. Because you were deranged for following Trump. Simple as that. And then you have, folks like Candace Owens, which kind of takes me into, every week we have the Uncle Ruckus Award winner. And, it's a three-way tie this week because with everything going on, it was so hard to pick one. Oh my gosh, if I could pick 10 people, I would. But the most I just did was 3. And we have a Amazing Lucas is back again, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing Lucas.
He can't never not be on there.
Yeah.
We just need to go ahead and declare it. Every week he gonna be on there.
Yeah, he just needs a permanent spot on that finalist listing because the guy is he gives me a headache. Seriously. Just listening to him, just hearing him talk, it is so irritating. And he says too, he has no idea what he's talking about. Everything lies. And he does his hardest to make sure he pleases the white folks that like his stuff. I mean, like legit. I mean, he makes them feel comfortable with being racist. He gives them the pass. Like, oh wait, he's cool with it.
Hey.
And they don't understand. See, and that's what these black Trumpers do not understand. They are literally giving a pass to racists to say, oh, it's okay. We're okay with it.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know. They crazy as hell.
It doesn't make any sense, man, at all. And then you have Candace Owens. And Candace Owens, I can do an entire show on Candace Owens.
Indeed.
And and that is, Omarosa 2.0. Pretty much. That she saw the opportunity, she wanted to be little Omarosa. And then when Omarosa left, she said, oh, I can I could take that spot.
And
you know.
And she working hard to try to get it.
Yeah.
She working hard to try to get it.
Definitely trying to get that new spot. Well, the Omarosa had. You know, and Candace Owens, you know, this week, I don't know if you saw, she actually had the legit nerve to call out Cardi B. Because if you've seen, Cardi B had a recent taping she did with Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cardi B did not endorse Bernie Sanders.
Nah.
She just legit wanted to ask candidates questions
and
get their thoughts about, you know, the elections coming up, and so that way all of her followers and fans get an idea what each candidate, because she said, I want to talk to more of the candidates and kind of see where they stand.
Yeah.
Okay. So Candace Owens,
nothing wrong with that.
You know, tweets, she's going to tweets about her supporting Bernie, which is a lie, and then actually offers Cardi B $250,000 to a charity if she debates her. $250,000. First of all, where in the hell did Candace Owens get a throwaway $250,000? Which proves the point I've been saying forever. She's bought and paid for by the alt-right.
Exactly.
She is bought and paid for.
Exactly.
That's the only way. She is bought and paid for. She is owned. She is legit owned. And I have to give the Cardi, because, you know, Cardi B is not, you know, the most tactful person in the world. She is not one. She's not Michelle Obama. But she had a very nice response, and she gave a response that was not Cardi B, because Cardi B was smart enough to realize that it was a setup.
Yeah.
She was trying to goad her into being Cardi B in a response. That way she could see. Candace Owens is a clout chaser. She's a clout chaser. That's exactly what she is. She want to, you know, have this big debate. It'll be televised, and people look at it, and, you know, that way she can get more light on her. Because she literally said, you know, you debate myself or a black conservative of my choosing. Like, of your choosing, who are you?
No,
like, who are you?
She's no one. She's no one.
At all, man.
She's just a mouthpiece.
That's all, a mouthpiece. That's all she is, man. That's all she is. She is a propaganda machine for the alt-right. And she allows herself to be that. And that makes no sense. That she allowed herself to be a propaganda machine for the conservatives, for the Trumpers. It doesn't make any sense at all that she does that. You know. And so Candace Owens, you know, offers her $50,000, and Cardi B told her, you know, to, you know, just give it to a charity, keep it. She doesn't want it. You know, she said, look, and she said it to her, I'm not a Bernie Sanders supporter. I'm not supporting him at all. So literally, this is what she said. I'm going to read the exchange to you. So Candace Owens said, please tweet. I see that I am Cardi B is politically advocating for Bernie Sanders with claims that Trump is bad, which he is. I would like publicly to offer $250,000 to a political campaign of her choosing if she will publicly debate her stance with either myself or any black conservative I choose. So Cardi replies back and says, why don't you use that $250K for a charity? That would be more helpful. I like Bernie Sanders since the 60s. He has been fighting for equality. It looks like progression. It says, I still want to ask other candidates questions that my followers would like to know. So pretty much she's saying, I'm not a Bernie supporter.
Yeah,
I just like Bernie Sanders.
She's just trying to help get the message out.
She's
for all
trying
the
to
candidates, not just Bernie, but all of them.
Yeah, she's trying to help her folks be informed.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of her, she probably knows a lot of her followers, a lot of her fans are not politically savvy.
Exactly.
And she probably knows that. And she wants to help them know what the candidates are. I mean, we have so damn many. You know, so I understand what Cardi's trying to do. That way you can understand, okay, this is what this person stands for, this person stands for. And then, again, Candace Owens, man, you know, I can't with her. So that's why she's one of, you know, the Uncle Ruckus, you know, award winners of the week, along with Amazing Lucas, who just breathing. By this man get up in the morning, he already is on the list. Amazing Lucas just by breathing, he is on this list because he has, again, that Randall face that you just want to slap, like really slap, because the crap that comes out of Amazing Lucas's mouth, like seriously, you just want to slap him in the face because it makes no sense. And then lastly, the third person, a part of that three-way tie, is Dr. Alveda King. And if you don't recognize that last name, okay, Dr. Alveda King is the niece of the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She is the niece of King. Now, granted, a lot of black conservatives and Republicans and Trumpers love they say, okay, you know, Dr. King was a Republican and his father was a Republican. Actually, it's incorrect. Okay, yes, his father, Senior, was a Republican, but that was during a different era when the Republicans were more liberal at that time. Actually, Dr. King wasn't really anything.
Nope.
He wasn't. You know, he wasn't really anything. He wasn't at all. So he pretty much worked just for justice for those who needed it. That was his calling was. Okay? And it kills me that Alveda King is doing her best, do her best impression of Mammy with a mix of Steven and co-signing everything this president does. And she literally came out and said, you know, he's not racist. Donald Trump's not racist. He's not racist. He's sincere. And I'm sorry, Alveda. You're on this list and you're getting the award because you make no sense either. You know, you don't. And all three of you, from Candace Owens to Alveda King to Amazing Lucas, you are all problematic. You is what's wrong. You are the problem because you keep co-signing this bullcrap from this man.
Exactly, and then, there's no problem being a Republican. You got to be you got to be smart about it.
Oh,
what I mean? It's fine that you're a Republican. We're not trashing Republicans. We're trashing stupid people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This man, there's nothing about this man that is Republican.
Nope.
At all.
At all.
This man is not a conservative at all.
Nope. At all.
Okay? And they're just standing by him and just blindly following him. They're endorsing all of his mess.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It doesn't make any sense. And the thing that gets me is, see, now, like, as you said, you know, there's nothing wrong with Republicans. And literally, I had this debate the other day. You know, there is a difference between a black conservative and a black Trumper. There is a night and day difference, okay? I'm going to break it down to you folks. You understand this. Colin Powell, black conservative, okay? Candace Owens, Trumper. Michael Steele, black conservative, okay? Paris Denard, Trumper, all right? J.C. Watts, black conservative, all right? Amazing Lucas, jackass, and a Trumper, okay? So, literally, you know, that is the breakdown, you know. So, again, there's nothing wrong with black Republicans and black conservatives and black conservatism when it's really conservatism. This is not black conservatism. This is not even Republican.
It's not.
It's not at all.
It's not at all.
Now, which is funny because, which also kind of goes into, you know, the fact that the only black Republican congressman out of Texas has decided, Will Hurd, that he is not seeking re-election because, as a conservative, a true black conservative, he understands where this party has gone. He's not going to be a party to. I understand he's walking away. You know, he's not going to leave the party. He's not going to, you know, he just right, you know what, I can't. And I do not blame the man.
Me neither.
You know, it's a lot of Republicans I know of, you know, that is like, you know what, I'm done. You know, and I can speak from experience. I was one of those. You know, this man, this person, you know, you're like, I can't. I cannot, you know. It's crazy. This party has gone so far to the right, and is so far away from where it is. It's the party of Trump. It's gone. It's far gone, and the folks have drunk the Kool-Aid, and it is sad that this happened. And they're drinking the Kool-Aid, and they're asking for seconds.
I mean, it seems like majority of the conservatives out there right now are just self-serving. That's all it is, and that's why they're blindly following this dude. That's why conservative senators aren't stepping up.
Yep.
And holding this dude accountable.
Yeah.
You know, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah. And, oh my gosh, and that's what killed him, especially Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina. Lindsey Graham, the entire 2016 primary, was trashing Donald Trump, talking all this trash about Donald Trump
the whole time.
The entire primary. Now he is in love. I'm almost certain they spent a weekend together in Mar-a-Lago.
They do.
I'm sure they spent a weekend together. I'm sure they probably danced, cuddled, watched the movies, pop popcorn, or something.
I wouldn't be surprised Lindsey Graham cuddling some dude.
You know, I mean, because he's in love with Donald Trump now. You know, because Lindsey Graham was a rational voice. Lindsey Graham was the close friend of John McCain.
I mean,
you know, and it's crazy.
Like I said, self-serving. Self-serving.
It is. It makes no sense.
I mean, this all the shit he said about John McCain, the way he treated John McCain even after death.
Yeah.
He didn't want to. What was it when he was in was he in Japan? He didn't want to see the USS John McCain.
Yeah, didn't want to see it. They
Didn't
had to
want
hide
in his sight.
the ship because they knew it was going to be a trigger.
It's just a ship.
It's crazy. That's like a kid when you know that they hate broccoli, and you have the broccoli because they're going to start whining and crying about broccoli. You have to treat him like a kid. It makes no sense.
And these people are okay with it.
Yeah, and
why are you okay with that?
They keep on defending it, and I do not understand why they keep on defending this president over and over again. Which leads me to the past 2 nights. It's going to segue into we had debates. They went on back-to-back nights. It was the 30th and the 31st. We had the first night and the second night, 10 candidates each night. My only real recap of the debate is there are too many people on the stage.
Way too many people.
Way too many. It is way too many. You have a lot of folks out there wasting time, wasting folks' times. Yeah. Now, look, I get it. It takes a lot to run, and it takes even more to say I'm going to run for president. But you're taking away from valuable time for folks that good and well have a more chance to have that nomination than you do.
Yep, and they all need to come together, talk about it, and focus on just a couple.
Yeah.
And put your support behind a couple ones that you think can actually stand a chance of beating this group.
Yeah, because literally, we need to be focused on Trump. We have to focus on Donald Trump. Because if all you folks that are listening, if you think that this man's going to be an easy win, you are mistaken.
He's not.
He is not. You're going to need somebody who's going to need to fight. They need to fight, have an organization, and we're spending way too much time fighting each other on the other side. And we need to focus even now on narrowing it down and focusing that message on Donald Trump. It makes no sense that you have Marianne Williamson talking about celestials and sage crystals and the moon and the celestials and retrograde and look, I get it. I understand. Look, I get it. I get being holistic. I got friends who are holistic. They're peaceful. It is. But Marianne Williamson, no.
She need to go home, smoke some weed, and chill out.
Yeah.
Just go home, smoke your weed, and chill.
Look, Marianne, if I need some therapy,
go sit down.
If I need some holistic therapy or some sage or something, I will give you a call.
If I need some weed, I'm gonna call you.
Because seriously, this actually, there's some stuff that came out about her about her talking about living another life and about her talks about mental health and about antidepressants. Yeah,
saying that depression wasn't.
Yeah, it masks it. It masks. So she's saying people shouldn't take antidepressants. It helps mask it. So she's had a lot of zany and wacky.
But I understand where she's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you know, some of these people really need medication.
Yeah.
You know, and so you can't say that stuff publicly because then you get the people who really need this medication. You know, you get them to turn it away, and next thing you know, they're going off the rails, man.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, you get. She got to sit down.
Yeah,
she got to sit down.
I commend her because she makes good points about reparations, and I commend her on that. You know, she's a big pushing that. You know, reparations are a big thing that we need to do that, and that's great. You know, and you have other people. You know, you have the Michael Bennett's. You know, literally, Alan Thicke is running for president. I want to know how Alan Thicke come back from the grave and decide. First of all,
he sounds just like him.
First of all, Alan Thicke is Canadian. He's from Canada. So literally, how he come back and decide to become an American citizen and run for president, it's amazing. Because Michael Bennett, oh my gosh, that guy! I swear, it's oh my gosh, he reminds me of the I don't know if you've seen, you know, the teacher on South Park with the glasses.
Mr. Mackey?
Yeah, Mr. Mackey.
No, that's not Mr. Mackey. That's what's his name?
I forgot.
No, what is his name? Oh,
he's the guy with the glasses.
Because there's two with the glasses.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's Mr. Mackey.
Yeah,
That's Mr. Mackey, the counselor. He the guidance counselor.
Yeah, okay. That's
That's exactly what he said.
That's Michael Bennett. Okay.
We're gonna do it, okay?
You know, we have to fix our schools, okay? That's Michael Bennett, man. You know, guys like him. And look, I like Andrew Yang. He makes good points, but I mean, let's be real. You know, Andrew Yang will make a great cabinet official.
Hey, listen, let him run Treasury.
Yeah.
He commerce.
He's a math guy.
Commerce.
Yeah, commerce, Treasury. Yeah, he's a math guy.
Shoot, make him the chairman of the Fed.
Yeah. You know,
this dude, everything he talked about, he always got a math equation in there. He said, I ran the numbers. He always says, I ran the numbers.
So he knows his stuff. I will give him that. He knows.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he is. He's very smart. Very, very, very good guy. Like his points, but again, doesn't really have much of a shot. But yeah, man, again, September debates are coming up, and the requirements are getting harder. You have to get, I think, 4% or between 2 and 4% on 4 national polls, along with, you know, obviously you have to get 130,000 individual donors to make it. So far, we've only had Kamala Harris, Beto O'Rourke, Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren to qualify so far. Oh, and Andrew Yang well, he's close. Not yet, but he's very close. He's close, and Amy Klobuchar, they're close, but not necessarily on the stage yet. But those folks have already made it, you know. And then you have guys like Steve Bullock, the governor of Montana. I mean, come on, man. I mean, literally. Just the moral of the story is, just walk away. Yeah. Okay, just you know, get behind either Bernie, get behind Joe, Kamala, Warren, Buttigieg, get behind one of the top contenders, you know, and then see who wins from there. Just my opinion.
Makes sense.
Just my thoughts. You know, but you know, hey, everybody has a right to run. Everybody has a right to run. So that's going to lead us into it. After all that, I need some therapy. Our musical therapy moment is, you know, usually my old school music. I like my old school, but we're gonna go contemporary today. And my heart, I love this girl. I love her to death. And we're gonna throw out some Lizzo, and we're gonna play a little Juice. You know, okay, so you gotta have the juice, right? So we're gonna throw a little Lizzo and Juice.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, don't say it 'cause I know I'm cute. Oh, baby. Louis down to my drawers, LV all on my shoes. Oh, baby. I be dripping so much sauce, got a bit looking like Greg Goo. Oh, baby. Lit up like a crystal ball, that's cool, baby, so is you, that's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. Yeah, I'm gold. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. Now you know. I like shot a nigga better over time. Now you know. Just say I'm not the baddest trick you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest, you lie. Ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. Ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. 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 Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DMs. What? My DMs. What? You better come get your man. I think he wanna be way more than friends. What? More than friends. What you want me to say? It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. 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 Blame it on my juice, yeah.
Lizzo with Juice. That is that's my girl, man. Now I love me some Lizzo. That's just me personally.
Hey,
I love Lizzo. So
I've heard her music. She's not bad. I mean, I ain't no big fan, but she's not bad. She's doing her thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm proud of her.
Yeah, she's blown up. She's blown up right now. She's definitely the hot act in Hollywood right now is Lizzo. So as we about to bring this show down, we have our all hell no moment of the week as usual. So you know what time it is. I'm gonna have Bishop Bowinkle kick it one time.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
All right, so today's all hell no moment of the week goes to Tomi Lahren. For those who don't know who that is a conservative journalist.
Mouthpiece.
And I use the word journalist very loosely because she's not a journalist, but she got in hot water as of late because she recently tweeted during the CNN debates that Senator Kamala Harris of California, and as you know, my pick for president, that she stepped her way to the top. Pretty much what she said. And a firestorm rained down upon Miss Lahren from her colleagues at Fox News, who definitely were not getting behind her comments. And so she quickly, as usual, as they always do, come out and retweet and apologize. I mean, you said it the first time, you said it originally, that's what your thoughts. But nonetheless, she said what she said to Kamala, and it makes no sense. It just, again, these conservatives and the nonsense, man.
That's them. And it's not all. Okay, yeah. It's not all. It's just the Trumpers.
Yeah.
It's the Trumpers. And again, it goes back to that whole derangement thing.
Yeah. And then with Tomi Lahren. Now, I want to know who she slept with to get to top, because it definitely wasn't because of her top journalism skills or her intelligence that she got her shows that she got.
Not at all.
At all. So I'm sure that she's probably then gotten a few beds to get to where she's going as well. And it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy that when these Trumpers, these crackpots, go on these tangents, they just throw anything out. She's somewhere at the top. First of all, Kamala Harris was elected to every position she had. So how can you sleep your way into a position that you are elected to? Okay?
Again, the girl's dumb.
Yes, she dated Willie Brown. He was not married, and neither was she. Pretty cut and dry. Does not mean that you have plenty of couples who have held. You have couples now that currently hold. I mean, as a matter of fact, Monique Walker and Jay Walker. You have Jay Walker, who's a delegate, and his wife sits on the county council. So you have it all the time where you have couples who decide that they both want to be active in politics. You know, they both decide to run for separate offices. It's nothing new. Nothing new. But nonetheless, it's a moot point. Kamala's married with kids. Again, man, these Trumpers, dude, I swear. I mean, it's
crazy.
Right. It's wild, man. You know, I can't, man. I just can't. But either way.
I wonder if they ever, you know, watch themselves, you know, in the playback on TV.
I wonder.
See how crazy they look.
I don't think they do.
They can't.
Because they did.
Because you can't look at yourself and think, hey, I spoke intelligently right there.
Yeah, because that definitely would not be the case. You know, and that's what kills me. But, you know, folks, I swear, I had a lot more on my call sheet today. But with everything that happened this week between 45 and Tommy Loren and the Black Tommy Loren, Candace Owens, you know, and everything that has gone on this week, man, I just, you know, this was just a Trumper-driven show today, where I just had a lot to get off my chest about the frustration and the headaches these people give me on a constant basis. But either way, you folks have a good weekend. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Also, too, if you listen to this on Facebook, please like our page. And for those who are watching this on YouTube, our Twitter handles and our Facebook links will be in the description of this video. So as we always say, we give you some good laughs, we give you some good music, and we give you some thought-provoking conversation, and all we ask is that you do the dishes. So take care of each other, enjoy your weekend, and God bless.